and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. We want to give you enough time to get in those bets for the primetime games, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday here on the Drive-Thru at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is give you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And help us out are the professional cappers over at Pig Dogs. Let's take a look at who will be on the show for today. We got James Clark to join us. Shane Mickle performing very well on the leaderboards. Damian Sosh. Alex Smart heating up. He's in the center square today. Tony Brown as well, doing fantastic work. Ninos doing well on the ice. And, of course, past 30 days, no one better right now than Chris Ruffalo. So let's see how they will line up for today. Smart, Brown, Ninos, Mickle, Ruffalo, Clark, Sosh, and then I will close this one out. All right, let's bring in my co-host, Chris Ruffalo. Chris, things looking good for you this month?
This month, but you know as well as I do, it's a marathon, not a sprint. One day at a time, but past 30 days. But you know what? I'm honored to be up there with among some of the best on those leaderboards. So, one day at a time. Let's make tonight a winning night too.
Absolutely. Let's welcome to the show right now as we get started. Alex Smart, you find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, he's moving up the leaderboards really hot here past 7 days. Alex, how's it going?
Good. How's everything, gentlemen?
Things going great, going great. All right, you're looking at one of the late night games tonight for us here. Coyotes to host Avalanche. Avalanche big road favorites here, 265, and total sits here at 5.5.
Yeah, the Avalanche are red hot right now. They finally started to heat up. Their offense is rocking and rolling, and this is a team could easily bury 3, 4, 5 goals here. They've done it quite a bit here lately. They've averaged 5.6 goals per game over their last 5 games, 6 goals per game over their last 4 games, and I'm projecting another 3-4 goal output, and looking for Arizona to come in behind here and make a game of it and get us over the over hump, and that's what I'm looking at, an over.
All right, we're going here over 5.5. Arizona and Colorado Avalanche, looking at the Avalanche to get some goals here. All right, Chris, I know you follow hockey very closely. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's definitely a game that I was looking at, especially from the total standpoint. You know, Arizona was normally defense first. And that's how they were playing for a lot of last year. But this year, it hasn't worked out that way. And like Alex said, Colorado is a dangerous team, and I think they're going to want to start really putting their foot down with the second half of the season going. So I like the over here as well at 5.5.
All right, we're here over Arizona, Colorado, 5.5. This one starting here at 10 Eastern Time. Plenty of time to get down on this one. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing some fantastic work. 1,160 units of profit past 7 days. That is all documented. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
We've just got some NBA tonight and missing the college basketball, actually, and looking forward to this weekend. Should be very, very interesting action. And we're going to push forward and we're going to go for broke. I mean, we've got to make some big money here before this is all over. So, keep up here, guys. Keep up.
Yeah, get on board here with Alex Smart. You see the numbers here, 1,160 units of profit past 7 days. Why not go with those long-term passes? That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. When you pick up one of those long-term passes from Alex, that 30-day all-sports pass, that's every play that Alex releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. That would be his NBA, his college hoops, NHL, and of course, baseball is in play. We're about, 10 days away from opening day, so a good time to get on board. Go long-term here with Alex Smart over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
And we'll be talking baseball soon. I know I'm going to pick your brain for baseball season.
Absolutely, looking forward to it. All right, Alex, have a good night. All right, Alex Smart here on the Drive-Thru. All right, then we got to sharpen up for baseball here. It's coming up very shortly. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive-Thru. I know a guy who's very good at baseball. That's Tony Brown. He does very good in all the sports.
What isn't Tony Brown good at?
I was going to say that. What isn't? Maybe Tony Brown can tell us. What aren't you good at, Tony?
I'm not good at weightlifting, or I'm not good at running. Weights are heavy, and running makes me tired.
There you go. We got the word there from Tony Brown. Tony Brown doing fantastic work over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see him up top of the leaderboards. All right, we're going to stay on the ice here. Predators to host the Red Wings, 8 Eastern Time, NHL Center Ice Package. Pred's going to lay $1.53, total 5.5.
Yeah, we got a dog in this one, and when you pick an underdog, you have to have a good reason, and I have a great reason. It's like Vegas is already picking them to lose, and you want us to lay our money on them? Yes, here's why. Underdogs, no team wins every game, and no team loses every game. So when you pick an underdog, you have to figure, well, is this their time or is this their spot? And against Nashville, this is the best time you're going to take Detroit. Detroit only has 10 wins this year. They're sitting at the basement of the league, but how did they get the 10 wins? Against teams they're better than or against teams they just dominate? And they absolutely own the Nashville Predators. They only have 10 wins this year, but against the Predators, they're 12-4 in the last 16 games. They're beating them at a 3-1 clip. And it gets even better. They're playing them on the road. They're 7-1 facing Nashville in Nashville. So you can lay $1.53 with Nashville, who's only 4 games better. The Predators only have 14 wins this season. You have to lay $1.53 to win $1. Or you can take Detroit, who's absolutely dominated this team, especially in their own building at a 7-1 in the last 8 games, and you get plus money. So I'm going to lay some money on Detroit as a dog and hope they can pull it off one more time in Nashville for me.
All right, Tony Brown here, Detroit Red Wings here at plus Red Wings, not Red Wins, plus 138 against the Nashville Predators. All right, Chris, what's your thoughts on this hockey matchup?
Maybe it's an omen that you put Red Wins in the pick window, but I'm gonna be on Detroit here as well. My only concern is that you look at the past matchups this year. It's usually been Nashville wins the first leg of the back-to-back, and then Detroit takes the rematch. But I just think that, like Tony said, this is a perfect spot to take Detroit against Nashville. The Predators aren't playing great hockey right now. All of a sudden, Detroit's won 4 of their last 10 games, which at a certain point this season you would have thought was unthinkable. So I think there's value here with Detroit. I'll take a shot with the Red Wings as well.
Argument there here with the Red Wings. Nashville 14-18, returning -2 units here for the season. The Red Wings, the underdog choice here from Tony Brown. Agreement here with Chris. All right, Tony, let's take a look here at the numbers where you are just performing. Every time you're on the show, man, we're always offering the same thing. Great work here. Nearly 1,400 units of profit that is documented over at Pig Dogs Premium. What you got going on at the premium side for tonight?
There's no NCAA in my book tonight. Those NIT tournaments and whatever that other stuff is, I'm not messing with it. We're waiting for the Sweet 16 to start, so we just went NBA and NHL, and I have a 3-pack in both leagues, so that's 6 big games. I told you last time when I did your fill-in show, I had 9 games. We went 7-2 last night. We had a perfect 3-0 in the NBA, and then we hit 2 out of 3 in college and 2 out of 3 in the NHL. So it's like we're not overpicking. We're not just saturating you with games. We're making money. So same thing tonight. We got 3 NBA games, 3 NHL games, and you only need 2 out of 3 to turn a profit. I'd like to hit them all, but 2 out of 3 turns profit. You see we're up 1,400 units almost, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be surprised when we're doing good. We should be surprised when we're doing bad because doing good is the standard over here.
That's right. Tony Brown hits when he's in the starting lineup, and he hits when he's coming off the bench. Tony Brown, 1,400 units of profit. You see the numbers there. Go to his profile page. All the plays are documented. It's transparent there at Pig Dogs Premium. Get on board with that pack for tonight. Then take those winnings and make that upgrade to the long-term passes. I'm telling you, that 30-day all-sports pass is the way to go because baseball is on the horizon here. Hockey, NBA. It's college basketball. Get on board here with Tony Brown, who just continues with these winning results. You see, every week after week, you see the numbers there. So get on board. All right, Tony, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you. We'll see you in a couple of days, or if you're in another fill-in role. But hopefully, we'll get you back on the morning show with Mitch because it's always entertaining there, and when you're up there with Mitch in the mornings.
I love the morning show. I can't do it every day. I got obligations and stuff, but as much as I can get on there, I'll try to be on there at 7 a.m. my time, and I'll see you guys back Thursday, and whenever you need me for a fill-in, just call. Even if I have to do it from the car, I'll do it.
Absolutely. Tony Brown, we appreciate that here on the drive-thru. Have yourself a great night. All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. We'll continue here in a second, guys. Just a reminder, subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. It gets started every day with the morning show. That's Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and Brian Bittler. And of course, Tony Brown and some of the cappers will come in and guest appear on the show as well. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Then we have those 2 YouTube premium shows. They're early and late. Check the description below for the link on how to subscribe to those. Very good value there. And of course, we're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with the drive-thru. And of course, as we always say, guys, give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate it. Chris, it really helps us build our audience.
Oh, absolutely, it does. And, it's right underneath the video. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, it's right underneath the video. If you just click on that, it doesn't cost you a thing. Helps us grow the brand, helps us get the product out to new and fresh faces. And guys, you know what? It's all about, helping each other out. You guys give us a thumbs up. We give you quality content like the drive-thru, like the morning show. And, either way, we appreciate all the support. But, guys, it's we're doing bigger and better things all the time. And it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you for the support.
Absolutely, guys. And I will, again, test my pronunciation here with Jazgby. Follow his advice here. Thumbs up, guys. Give us that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. It's always high risk when I do that, by the way. You never know how those words are going to come out. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. And, of course, we're going to welcome now El Ninos. He's on the top of the leaderboards in the NHL. El, how's it going?
Going good. How are you?
Yeah, doing great, doing great. All right, let's take a look. We're going to go to the hoops here. We're going to be looking at the Trailblazers hosting the Nets. Portland going to lay 3.5. Total sits here at 231.5. Keep your eyes on this injury report for this one, El.
Yeah, it's of course we got some big injuries for Brooklyn here, but a big question mark, probably the biggest question mark of the night. I was hoping to have some more news on that injury for the show, but unfortunately it's a late game, so I don't expect any final decisions till much closer to game time on James Harden. So our Durant's been out for the longest. We saw Kyrie go down a couple games ago, where Harden had a huge game. He had a 40-point game when Kyrie sat. But I just think that the Blazers are going to be too much at home. They're the healthier team. They're at home. Lillard's playing some great basketball right now, and I think even if James Harden does play, we'll definitely get a better number if he's in. If he's out, I definitely wouldn't mind laying a few extra points with the Blazers either. So it might be best to hold on and wait for that see if Harden's in or out. But I think the Blazers are the play here, whether he plays or not.
All right, now let's look at Portland minus 3.5 against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm to be honest with you, I'll turn it over to Chris here. I'm a little nervous with Portland because of the way they play defensively. Your thoughts?
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say,
yeah.
We can't figure this out. Al, go ahead.
Okay. My take on that was, they're going up against one of the best offenses on paper, but obviously, like about 2/3 at least of that offense won't be playing tonight. So I think the defense steps up a bit here, knowing that a lot of that offense will be missing tonight. Love to hear Chris's take on it too.
All right, Chris, your take. Of course, you got you got two guards healthy here for Portland as well.
Yeah, you do have two guards that are healthy as Portland, but it still hasn't stopped them from playing matador defense for much of the season. And I mean, you have the total, Tony, I believe it was 231 you had it on the graphic, 231 and a half.
231 and a half.
Yeah, it just seems like a game that's, even with players out for Brooklyn, 2 star players out, if they're both out, that still seems just like a really low number for two teams that haven't been playing much defense this season. I think they're two of the better over teams as well, so I would lean towards the over as my pick for this one.
All right, laying there on the over here. And, of course, Al is on Portland laying at 3.5 in this one. This one will tip off late night, 10 Eastern time. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs. Remember, you're doing pretty good work in the NHL. Of course, we've got NHL, we've got NBA, and I don't know if you're going to touch that CBI. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? Because you Pepperdines, one of the team used to be in your backyard over there.
I do have a college basketball play tonight, as well as 3 NBA and 3 NHL picks. So got a 7-pack for you guys, tipping off at 7:30. And yeah, I think some good plays there.
All right, get on board here. Al Nino, see the numbers in NHL. He's got a big 7-pack going up. Get on board with that. And of course, like I always say, take those winnings and go long-term with Al. He's got that 3, 7, and 38 all sports pass. It'll be every play that Al releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. And you set the terms when you go to his profile page and you make the purchase. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. And we'll see you either next week or if you're in a fill-in role during the week.
Always ready for that fill-in role, but yeah, we'll see you when we see you, I guess.
All right, Ninos here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on here on our coverage. And, of course, Chris, we keep getting more and more people more cappers on the show, so we're trying to fit everybody in.
We're trying to make room for everybody, but I take up enough space as it is. Luckily, all the squares are the same size, but no, Tony, like you said, I said to you the other day, when it was just like we had the same rotation of cappers on 5 days a week, and now we've got people begging us to be on the show. It's fantastic, and we love giving all the Pick Dogs crew, everybody loves to meet the new handicappers, know that we're not just faces behind a keyboard. We're one of you guys. We like betting on the games. We analyze the games just the same as anybody else does. Some of us use computers. Some of us use, like Joe Duffy says, the more organic handicapping. But it's all about giving everybody multitude of opportunities to meet all the cappers, and I love it. I love the variety the drive-through gives you.
Yeah, absolutely, really good. All right, we'll continue on here on the show. Let's welcome Shane Mickle. You'll find him over at Pig Dog Shrimp. He's been sitting top of the leaderboards, doing some great work up there. Shane, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing tonight, Tony and Chris?
We're doing pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's take a look at the game that you'll be looking at for tonight. The Heat and the Suns. The Suns are road favorites here, a point and a half, total 214.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine. I mean, thinking back last year, that we could get to a point this year where the Suns would be the favorites on the road against the Miami Heat. I think it's for good reason. The Suns are playing some really good basketball right now. The Heat are injury, their bench depth is really being tested. And they've lost 3 games in a row. Each of the last 3 games, the biggest issue the Heat have had is they haven't been able to dictate the pace. This is a team that 2 games ago gave up, I think, 137 points to the Indiana Pacers, and the Pacers haven't been great this year. The Suns are healthy. I think their offense is too much in this game. There's not enough supporting cast right now around Jimmy Butler, and I like the Suns laying the small number.
All right, here, the Suns laying the 1.5 here against the Miami Heat. I'm looking at the injury report, Chris, and I see Dragic will not play Tuesday with his back.
Yeah, and you know what? That's going to be huge for Miami. And Shane and I were joking about it in the chat yesterday. But believe it or not, don't adjust your sets. This is where we're actually going to agree on a game. I like the Phoenix Suns here as well. 38-14 in their last 52 overall. It's just been a covering machine since the bubble. And you know what? It's just a matter of the Heat. They're playing their best ball right now, but they've also lost 3 straight coming to this game. So it's just the Heat are just going to be hitting a bit of a rough patch, and I like the Suns on the road as well.
Agreement here with the Suns laying the 1.5 against the Miami Heat. All 3 in agreement there. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing put up some great numbers. 1,207 units of profit past 30 days. We've seen you on those leaderboards for those past 30 throughout the month. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Tonight I got a 3-pack, 2 NBA, that late CBI game, college basketball. And of course I got the long-term pack available. I'm looking forward to talking about MLB. I'm forward to the KBO. I'll be covering again this year for Sports Chat Place. And they'll be in my premium area too. I made a lot of money last year at the KBO, so don't sleep on that league. Place to make money in that league too.
That's right, guys. Check out Shane Mickle over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 1,207 units past 30 days. Those long-term passes will get you every play that Shane releases over at the site. NBA, college hoops, NHL, baseball's coming up. KBL, remember that was in coverage last year. Of course, it was on overnight, and people got into it. And you can follow Shane as well with that action. So get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, if you opt for that one-day pass, go for it. But then what I always tell you, take those winnings and go long-term with Shane Mickle over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Shane, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. You're in tomorrow. We'll talk to you then.
Sounds good. Have a good night, you guys.
All right, everybody. Shane Mickle here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. And now it's time. Well, Chris Ruffalo, step up in center here with your pick. And by the way, people were asking about games in the chat room. There are 6 games on the board. We will have all 6 picks from the NBA. So all our cappers are on board here with the NBA tonight. So stay tuned. And by the way, if you happen to miss any of the picks on the show, we'll recap them at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And Chris Ruffalo will be looking at the Orlando Magic game. And, of course, I think there's some rumors here about Gordon wanting to be traded out of Orlando. Who doesn't want to be traded out of Orlando the way they've been playing it last couple? I mean, you probably ask every player, all 15 players probably would say yes. So, Chris, your game here, Magic and Nuggets. Nuggets laying 8, total 217.
Yeah, and, the Denver Nuggets, a team that, very good team, but a team that I like to sometimes fade. Sometimes it's based on spite, but spite's not always a good way. You got to think with your head, not your heart a lot of these times. And this is the time where I'm going to go against the Magic, but based on numbers. I mean, you look at the Denver Nuggets. They just lost to the Pelicans. It was an upset. And, the Magic, Tony, like you said, this looks like a team in turmoil. Aaron Gordon wants out. They're fielding trade requests for him. And, they've got all these offers coming in. And they're only 14-28, and like I said, their star player wants out. But they're actually a perfect opponent for Denver right now because the Nuggets 7-17-1 in the last 25 against teams with winning percentages below 400. Orlando 3-0-1 against the spread in the last 4 as a home dog. Covered 4 straight against teams with winning records. I just think this is a spot where you're going to see the Orlando Magic rise to the occasion They're going to say, look, we're a team with or without Aaron Gordon. We have a little bit of pride here. There's 15 guys on this team that aren't going to appreciate the lack of respect that this team's going to be written off if Aaron Gordon's not there. And I think this is what you're going to see. You're going to see Orlando Magic in a step-up spot. You're going to see the Denver Nuggets, again, play down to their opposition like they have in much of these spots this year. And I think there's value with the 8 points. I might even put a little bit on the Magic money line here as well, just to pull off an upset against the Nuggets. But I think there's value with the 8 points regardless.
Yeah, I look at that as well. The Magic, they do shoot a little better at home, and the Nuggets defense, when you look at their defensive numbers, giving up over 47% shooting on the road this year, that has a little bit of concern, and only 11 and 10 ATS away from home. So they're not covering every game out there, and of course, I always say here, with Gordon, if you want to get traded, play better. This is the time to play better, right? Get on the highlight reel for tonight, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what players the team going to want more? The guy that's going to be putting up 20, 22, and 8, or the guy that just doesn't care about the team's playing for, goes 4 of 14 and gets 11 points and 4 rebounds. They're going to want the guy with the better stat line. That's going to be the case 10 times out of 10. So I'm with you. If you want to be traded, to a better team than the one you're on right now, play better.
Yeah, play. I'm sure those are the conversations that agents have with players. You're not going to have a coach tell you that, but an agent will say, "Listen, you want to get out of here, then play your behind off this week. All right, get on the highlight reel on the shows here, on the evening shows, and that's the way you can move out. And that might be a guy like your play here on Orlando plus the 8 against the Denver Nuggets." All right, Chris, boy, you have taken over the top of the leaderboard in the past 30 days. That fight for the top 30. You can find Chris Ruffalo up there. 2,046 units here, past 30 days. We got some NHL, NBA, and we got that one CBA game. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
You know what? We had our 2 for Tuesday go off the board with the first CBI game, but that's fine. What we're going to do is I'm going to repurpose a couple of those picks. We're going to put a 3-pack up there, drive-through special for $25. Guys, it's going to be 3 of your best plays for now. I'm going to have the one CBI game that's left, as well as my 2 favorite NHL plays for tonight. Or guys, you know what? We always talk about it. Hop on one of the longer-term packages. You can see what we've done in the past 30 days. I can tell you people that have the 30-day package, they are very happy right now. And you know what? Guys, hop on one of the season passes as well. There's still time to get on the college basketball season pass with a couple of weeks left in the end of the college basketball season. 29 and 13 of my last 42 college hoops plays, well over 70%. That's going to make you money. I plan on sweeping the board for the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, as well as to the Final Four in the national title game. Or today's going to be the last day where you can get my MLB season pass for $3.99. We killed it with baseball last year. This year's going to be no different, guys. There's a ton of value, ton of money to be made at Pick Dogs. Just got to go over there and check it out. All the picks are documented, like we always say. Guys, the proof is in the pudding. I'm hungry. I'm thinking of pudding. Anyways, go over and check out Pick Dogs. You will not be sorry that you did so.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs. Premium over 2,000 units of profit. That is all documented. You can just check the profile page. You'll see every play that Chris has released. Get his one-day pass or go long-term. 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass will get you every play that Chris releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. And if you're going to bet baseball, I don't see any better deal than Chris's Major League Baseball pass. And you better get on board before Mitch wants you to raise the price. That's a pretty low price there for that.
That's why it's going up tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I know the text and email will be coming in on that one. I heard the price. I almost, wait a minute, that's 7 months of baseball because you got the 6-month season and the 1-month postseason. So actually, sometimes the postseason go a little more than a month. But anyway, that's a pretty good value there over Pig Dogs Premium. So get on board here with Chris Ruffalo. You can find the packages there on his profile page. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Guys, as we talked about earlier, give us that thumbs up, those likes. We greatly appreciate it. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. 3 NBA picks coming up to close out the show. So let's get one in here from our buddy James Clark. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium doing some fine work in the NBA. Let's wire him up right now as I go over to James. James, how's it going?
Very good. How are you, buddy? How are you,
good.
Chris?
Doing well, man. Ready to get this one underway. You got one of the best games of the night, I think.
Yeah, one of the better games of the night here. Pelicans hosting the Lakers. NBA League Pass channel, 7:30 Eastern time, has the Pelicans laying 6, total 221.5.
Well, as you look at this game, and the first thing everybody's going to think of, and I know it, is LeBron's out. So what we're going to do? We're going to bet on the Pelicans -6. Well, if you do, I really think it's going to be a loss because, this Laker team has more than just LeBron. on his team. They're a lot better team than they was last year. They're a lot deeper. And if you look at the numbers, the Lakers, when they're underdogs, cover 59% of the time, and the Pelicans, when they're favored, to win the game, they lose 30% of the time. Their game. So Lakers are 14-5 against Western Conference opponents that that has a losing record, which the Pelicans do. I see a lot of money coming in on the Pelicans, thinking it's an easy win against the Lakers. I don't see that. I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if the Lakers don't even win this game. But I'll definitely take the 6 points and put some money in your pockets because I really love this pick tonight.
All right, James Clark here, Lakers plus the 6 against the Pelicans. All right, Chris, it's always dangerous when you're laying points, at least over 2 possessions here with the Pelicans, a team that, well, they have playing a little better defense of late. I'll give them that, but can it hold?
Yeah, I'm not sure it can, to be honest with you. It's just like, trying to pin up a poster with bubble gum. Eventually it's going to fall down. And I think that's the same case what you have here. We could talk about the Pelicans, how much promise this team has offensively with your guys like Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. But at the end of the day, you still got to do it on both ends of the floor. And as good as the Pelicans have played lately, the greater sample size suggests that they haven't been playing great defense, and I think that's the case here. Like James said, the Lakers are more than LeBron and AD, and I think you're going to see this Lakers team come out and prove that. And I think getting 6 points in a game that the Lakers could win outright, because I don't think they want to fall too far in the standings, I think it's great value with the Lakers in this one.
Yeah, and something's got to give here because Pelicans 17-4 to the over at home, Lakers 4-15 to the under on the road. So something's got to give here, and when these two teams. Now, of course, a lot of those numbers are put up with AD and LeBron in the lineup, so a different situation here. But the 6 points, of course, there's a little too many delay here with New Orleans. LA Lakers plus the 6, the pick in this one. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Pin, where you're showing positive results in the NBA. We got 6 games up on the board. We got some. We got that one CBI game and some NHL. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? We might have lost James there, but we'll go ahead and bring in Chris here. We did lose Chris. We lost the feed. Looks like we lost the feed here to Chris, but anyway, or to James. Let me just let you know that he's put over 280 units of profit here for the NBA this season. Pick up one of his packs. Let me see if I can find what James got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, James Clark performing well in the NBA. Let me go ahead and click his link over here. Let's see what he's got going on. He'll be on as well tomorrow on tomorrow's show. He's got a 3-pack NBA money stack going on. His 3 best NBA plays of the night right now. So get on board with that from James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. His NBA 3-pack right now on the site. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Joined back by Chris. We're going to go ahead and look at the Sixers-Warriors game. And to give us that pick on that one will be Damian Sosh. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's go ahead and wire in Damian right now. Damien, how's it going?
Hey, doing good, guys. How about yourselves?
All right, doing well. All right, let's go look at this one tonight. This will be your TNT game, your late night game, 10 Eastern time. Warriors to host the 76ers. Sixers road favorites of 4. Total sits here at 219.
Yeah, looking at this game, a little bit of luster lost of it. We're not going to have Joel Embiid or Stephen Curry here in this one, and that's a lot of offense coming off the floor. Since the Sixers' Embiid injury, his latest injury, they've actually gone 4-1, and they're allowing less than 100 a game during that stretch. And the Warriors, unfortunately, they don't really have a big man to take advantage of Embiid's absence. Dwight Howard, the Sixers, it's been a very pleasant surprise, I think, for them. I don't think they were expecting this much out of Dwight Howard when they signed him in the offseason, but he's filling in nicely for Embiid. He's not going to give you that offense that Embiid will, but he's definitely a solid defensive player back there. And to go along with that, the Sixers have a pretty good perimeter defense. Ben Simmons, he's one of the better defensive players in all of the league. So no Curry is going to be a huge blow to that Warriors offense. Without him in the lineup, the Warriors are averaging just 106 points per game. The under has gone 4-0 without Curry in the lineup, and I think that under is going to go 5-0 after tonight. I like the under in this basketball game.
All right, Damien Sosh, I like that under as well here, under 219. When you look at the numbers, efficiency ratings, you're seeing offensive, both teams at the bottom here. I think their past 5 games and both teams on the top defensively. Your thoughts on this one, Chris?
Yeah, I can't disagree with any of that. My boring analysis of the day, 2 star players missing in this game. That's a ton of offense, and I was going to say this seems like the game where it's the first 100, 105 wins this game anyways. So I could see it being 105, 99, or something like that, whichever way you slice it. I don't see it coming anywhere close to 219. So give me the under as well.
Agreement here, under 219, Sixers and Warriors. All right, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium for Damian Sasha. We're seeing 200, or nearly 300 units of profit right now documented over at Pig Dogs Premium. We got 6 NBA games, CBI, and some hockey. What you got going on over at the site?
Yeah, tonight over at the site, I have 2 really solid NBA games that I like. A little bit of a rough spot yesterday, but we're going to bounce back big today. 2 NBA games that I really like, so head on over to Pick Dogs and check them out.
All right, check them out over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got a couple NBA games up right now on the site. Pick those up, take those winnings, and make the long-term pass to upgrade. With the upgrade, you can see Damien there was his 3, 7, and 30. All sports pass available. Every play Damien will release over at Pig Dogs Premium. You set the terms when you go to and make the purchase on his profile page. All right, Damien, is always great having on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, Damian Sosh here on the drive-thru. Guys, keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. That really helps our show out a lot. And, of course, a reminder, we got one pick coming up from me, and when I'm through with that pick, we'll recap every play from the show. And on our show today, we gave out all 6 picks from the NBA. So the entire NBA board was covered for today on our show. So we'll recap that in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and pick up my game. As you probably know now, it's the Wizards and the Knicks. That's the only one we have not touched on the show tonight. So let's go ahead and pick that one up here. Wizards and Knicks. Knicks are hosting the 2.5-point favorite, total 222.5. 7:30 Eastern time on NBA League Pass channel. And for my pick in this one, I'm going to go ahead and take the underdog Washington Wizards here at plus the 2.5, not minus 2.5. It's plus the 2.5. You look at New York, a little banged up. Rivers and Payton out. Rose, he's dealing with, he's trying to get healthy from that COVID. He got hit hard with COVID when you read about it. Also in the injury report, Quickly and Robinson. So a little banged up here on the Knicks side. That's a big chunk of their scoring. Look at their past 5 games. The Knicks shooting about 43%, and they're allowing 47% shooting. Now, a little research on their defense. They've given up a lot of open looks this year. Wizards are making shots at 50%. Westbrook and Beal expected to play. Of course, trading deadline. Maybe Beal wants to get those numbers up, get traded to a contender. We'll see. They have covered 12 of their past 18, but New York, they lost 3 of 4, sitting near the bottom in offensive efficiency. 103 points per 100 possessions. So my play here will be on the Wizards at plus 2.5. All right, Chris, what say you on this one?
Yeah, I got to be with you on the Wizards here, Tony. The Wizards leading the NBA in pace, 108.7 possessions per game, while New York 99.1 dead last. I think this game's going to favor more the Wizards, and the Wizards have had their fair share of success against New York. 10-2 against the spread in the last 12 at MSG. 17-8-1 in the last 26 overall, and they've also covered 10 last 14 as an underdog, and 6 of their last 8 on the road. All the signs here point to the Wizards, so I'm with you getting the free bucket with Washington here.
All right, coming here on the Wizards here at plus the 2.5. I got a strong NBA play tonight, single play. I'll have more tomorrow. There's an 11-game card tomorrow. We got 1 pick isolated here on the NBA, so check me out over at Pig Dog Stream. I also have those long-term passes, 3, 7, and 38 pass. So check me out over there at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. And it's time to recap the plays from today as promised. El Ninos will help us out in this segment. Join us here on the segment. We got started here with Alex Smart. Coyotes Avalanche over 5.5. Tony Brown Red Wings plus 138 against the Predators. El Ninos Blazers laying the 3.5 against the Nets. Shane Mickle Suns minus 1.5 against the Heat. Chris Magic plus 8 against the Nuggets. James Clark Lakers plus 6 against Pelicans. Damien 76ers Warriors under 219. Yours truly Wizards plus the 2.5 against the Knicks. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I think I've got to be with Shane here on the Suns. I really like the Suns minus the 1.5 against Miami.
All right, the agreement there with Shane. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I love the value with Tony Brown's Red Wings, and for those that don't follow the NHL, I like the under in that 76ers Warriors game.
Yeah, I can't argue those plays as well. I'm going to go with Shane's pick, Suns, -1.5 against the Heat. All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I got a full book tomorrow, 8 guests on the show, so tune in for those live free sports picks at the 6 p.m. Eastern hour. And, of course, it all gets started in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, and sometimes we get a guest in there as well, so check us out there, morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, let's bring in our crew from tonight's show. Let's give a nice wave good night. You guys have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at 6